Recording in progress. What's up, everybody? Two metalheads. We just got back from a fucking Diddy party or something.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Lots.
Mario's got bronchitis,
Yep.
and I just emptied my bowels. So we're both in fucking awful shape.
Well, you should be good now.
Yeah, I kind of released. I'm pretty good now.
I'll be good eventually, I hope.
So we did a couple episodes talking about TV,
Yeah.
and I thought of a few more TV related things we could talk about. How about
This is Nickelodeon game shows.
That's really fucking funny you say that. I was gonna just talk about Nickelodeon. We didn't
Ah,
talk about Nickelodeon at all.
like remember Double Dare and stuff?
Double Dare was awesome.
And then what was this slime? Oh, you can't say that on television or this on television. What is it?
You can't do that on television. That was Dave Coulier.
It was?
Yeah, Dave Coulier was the fucking host of that.
Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah.
He was like the main dude in that. You don't remember? Cut it out.
No, I remember everybody getting slimed, but
Yeah, yeah. That was like the big thing. Barth, remember Barth's fucking lunch joint you would go to when he always gave you gross stuff to eat.
I don't remember the show that well anymore.
You'd go to get lunch from Barth, and he was this dude that was just like gross looking and fucking had a chef's hat on, and he was all dirty and nasty. And he'd, let me get a Barth burger and some fucking fries, and like your food would come up, and he'd fucking take the top bun off your burger and blow his nose in it and put it back on for you, and fucking kid would take a bite out of it and just puke over the fucking side of the booth.
I don't remember that.
It was fucking great.
You'd never see
Alanis Morissette was on that.
who?
Alanis Morissette was on that.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Is that where Dave
Yeah.
Coulier met her, maybe?
It could be back when he originally met her. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, she was Canadian and so was he. So I'm sure, eventually would have crossed paths, but
I don't know. Canada's pretty big.
true. I think they were from like the same kind of area, though.
Maybe, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Fucking Double Dare. Um,
Was it
what
the
was the
legend?
fucking.
What was the one with the
What?
obstacle course? Was that Double Dare?
Double Dare had a lot of different obstacle courses.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
There was the thing where they had the giant nose
Yes. Yeah.
and you had to go up the nose and find the flag.
Flags. Yeah, I remember that.
What else was fucking, what was that? Legends of the Hidden Temple. That was
Yeah.
another one on there
I didn't
where you
watch
had to
it
do
much.
different fucking course things. Guts.
No. I remember
That was another like obstacle
salute
course
your
thing.
shorts. I remember.
Yes.
That's
Yes. I remember that.
the two ginger kids and donkey lips.
Donkey Lips. This fucking boy, like a certain person we know.
Yeah, murder face.
Yes, that's right. Murderface. Donkey Lips. What about Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh yeah, and they recently did new seasons of that.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 3 seasons. I liked it. I watched it. It was good.
Okay.
It was
What's
more
it on Disney Plus?
probably. It was a little bit more like creepy and adult than the old ones were.
Yeah,
They probably figured the people that watched it in the 90s are gonna watch this one.
of course. Yeah, they're reaching out to us to try to watch it.
Like they just brought back a Goosebumps show,
Okay.
and that was way darker than the books were.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched it, but it was good.
My niece watched the original one.
Oh this is new.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's a lot darker.
I wasn't I was just a little bit too old for Goosebumps when it was big, like back then
The
with the
books
original
or the
show.
show? Oh, the show.
The show, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch the show either, but this one, like, I saw the trailers for it and I was like, this looks pretty good. Like, it didn't. I think it's for older people, the people that remember Goosebumps. So,
Right.
and it's not like the movies where it's like goofy, and the books were kind of goofy too, I guess. But this was a lot.
Yeah.
They took this. This is more serious. Like Slappy was in it, the dummy, but it was like a
Okay.
creepy ventriloquist doll. It wasn't like the goofy one.
Okay.
They showed like the backstory of how he ended up in there. It was pretty cool. So, worth checking.
Eureka's Castle.
I didn't watch that one, oddly enough.
What about the Elephant Show? Do you remember that?
No,
That was like it was kind of a music, like a kids musical show,
I don't remember
and
that.
that like this elephant was the mascot of it, and it was this dude and two broads that would sing songs all the time.
Nope.
No, Pinwheel. Do you remember Pinwheel?
I didn't watch it, but I remember it being there.
Doug.
Oh yeah, of course. And Rugrats.
I wasn't really that big into Rugrats,
Okay. And what
but
about
Doug was the shit.
was Rocco's Modern Life on that too, or
I loved Rocco's Modern Life.
what
That was a fucking great, funny cartoon.
about remember Bobby's World? Was that good? Was
That
that
wasn't
Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon,
Oh,
but
okay.
that was fucking funny. That was Howie Mandel's
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah, that was a good
And
one.
then there was Life with Louie.
I don't think I saw that one.
That was Louie Anderson's cartoon.
Oh yeah, I think I okay. Yeah, he was a kid,
Where it
right?
was young fucking
Yeah,
Louie Anderson as a kid.
yeah.
That was great.
I wonder if you could see
What
any of
about?
these.
I'm sure there probably a lot of them's on YouTube,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
and I don't know how close Nickelodeon is with Disney. Like I'm sure like all the old Disney shit is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I forgot Nickelodeon might be HBO Max
Oh, okay. So maybe you could go back and watch all that old shit on there.
or Paramount maybe. Might be Paramount.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not positive. It's on one of them. I know there's a Nickelodeon section on one of them. One of
What
this so many
about?
streaming services.
Oh yeah, you can't fucking. There's like 900 of them. You can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
What about Clarissa Explains It All?
Oh yeah, I used to watch that.
With Melissa Joan Hart, she was fucking hot.
And then Sabrina came in, but I didn't really watch. I was a little too old for that one.
Same, yeah. I was a little bit too old, but I always liked the commercials.
But did you see the newer Sabrina?
I did not.
It was like it was a it's like they made these all like more modern and creepy. And it was they were witches, but they were like Satan worshiping witches.
Oh,
Yeah, it was I would there was a couple seasons. It ended like they had a real ending on it and everything. It's worth watching. It's got I think there is an episode where they have this weird crossover with the old Sabrina show, but this
oh
one is a
wow.
lot more like bloody and fucked up.
Is it Melissa Joan Hart in it again?
No, no, it's
Oh, it's a different Sabrina.
it's a completely different. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on Netflix. It's I think you'd like it actually. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look for that.
yeah.
We're forgetting the best Nickelodeon show of all time,
Uh-oh.
Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, that was Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah, man.
That was good.
Dude, that was. I was obsessed with that cartoon.
If you go back and watch it, it was like gross.
It was very gross. That's why I loved it.
I don't think people would put that on for kids now.
No, definitely not now. Not at all. The fucking booger collection. Fucking remember Stimpy's booger collection? Remember Stimpy's fart that like came to life and talked?
I remember like the cloud part.
I forget what his name was. Stimpy gave him a name, but like he farted once and it was like such a bad fart that like it came to life and it had a name. It was all depressed. It talked kind of like this.
Wasn't
It was like really mopey and depressed.
wasn't that Billy West that did the voices from the Howard Stern show?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was Billy West.
yeah. That was a good one.
Fantastic cartoon, man.
That one you could probably find easily.
I'm sure. They brought that back at one point and they made Ren and Stimpy like homosexual.
Oh, they didn't
Do
really
you
have
remember that?
no. They didn't really have a sexuality.
Not back in the
But
day.
didn't Ren always like wasn't he always like a horn dog? Like for girls?
He kind of was, and Stimpy was usually just like a fucking idiot,
Yeah, he was more Stimpy was more nothing.
like asexual, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But then they brought Ren and Stimpy back like real quick. It did not last.
Well,
Kind of like when they brought Beavis and Butthead back the last time, not the current time.
yeah. I don't know why that
And it
didn't
just
work. Yeah.
it
This
just
last
did.
time was they brought them back recently and made that they did like one episode of them older and one episode of them younger. And
Yeah.
I like it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's good.
Yeah, I liked it.
But then there was a quick, I think it was maybe a month, they brought Beavis and Butthead back like years, like a few
Yeah, I
years back.
remember. I watched it.
It didn't last.
No,
It
because
was the
they
same thing
weren't
with Ren and
as
Stimpy.
they put it back on regular TV and they couldn't be as like douchey.
But
Yeah.
also, too, there was no like music videos. Like they would have them
Oh, is it?
watching whatever was on MTV, which was bullshit.
Yeah, that's what they're doing now too, I think.
Oh, is that the same thing now?
Yeah, for the most part.
They should have them just like watching YouTube and looking at fucking metal
They're
videos.
watching all sorts of internet stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah,
That might be pretty cool.
they're watching all sorts of stuff on there now because it's not it's on an app, and I think they put it on MTV also, but it's much later.
Okay.
I think it's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, it's Ren and Stimpy came back and they kind of made them like homosexual together for a minute, and it just didn't. Like I remember specifically watching one episode where like they're talking and they both get under a fucking blanket together, and there's like it's implied that they're fucking, and there's hearts pouring out from under the blanket. Yeah, it was fucking weird. It was too weird.
Yeah, it's for a cartoon, like
Yeah,
just make it funny.
but that original one was fucking awesome.
Yeah. It felt
Remember
like,
Powdered Toast Man?
yeah, and what was the horse? Remember the horse?
Yeah, the horse was. I forget the horse's name, but he was like always in it. He used to shit in a cat box.
That was a good show.
What about Looney Tunes? We haven't talked about Looney Tunes.
That was a little older, wasn't it?
It was way older,
It
but
had
they used to play all the fucking great ones when we were kids, like on repeat. Like they, would rebroadcast them.
well, I remember, didn't they have like the what was it, like the Young Looney Tunes or whatever it was?
Tiny Tunes.
Tiny Tunes, I remember, yeah. But that wasn't Nickelodeon either, probably.
I don't think it was.
And then
That
Animaniacs.
might have been on Channel 11. I think that was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, maybe. And Animaniacs. And
Same thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a Warner Brothers cartoon too.
I mean, I
But like
watched
the old fucking Looney Tunes, like the violent ones.
Yeah, I watched a lot of that growing up with the Roadrunner. Yeah, that they and Elmer Fudd always had a gun, which I don't even know if they do that anymore.
I guarantee they can't.
Yeah,
They can't. Fucking Elmer Fudd would go looking for bugs and he would fucking stick the shotgun down in a rabbit hole and he'd pull it back out and it was tied in a bow.
but it is a cartoon. I mean, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody fucking killed anybody because of Looney Tunes.
yeah.
Daffy Duck was fucking awesome.
I watched a lot of Three Stooges when I was young too.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
violent
So did
too,
I.
always hitting each other.
Oh, yeah. That was super violent.
Yeah,
Apparently, the three of them were like super tiny people.
yeah. I think they were small guys.
I was actually just recently listening to an old Opie and Anthony clip that Otto was on. And he was like, yeah, he's like, those three guys were fucking super tiny. He's like, if you go back and watch those episodes now, the women tower over them.
I
And I'm
didn't
like, really? And I went back and found like old scenes and I'm like, oh shit, he's right. Like the women literally make them look like fucking little people.
Huh. I wonder how tall they were. Even Curly was not as big as he seemed like.
No, he
Like
was
Curly,
just, he's just kind of wide.
Curly back in what was that, like the 40s those were filmed in 50s?
Yeah.
Curly was a fat guy then. By today's standards,
Yes.
he would be normal.
Yeah. Yeah. He would be a fucking, just a regular dude now.
Yeah, crazy. Well,
What about Transformers?
yeah, I watched that.
Me too.
Yeah. What was
Transformers
the,
was fun.
there was a knockoff one too.
Beast Wars.
A GoBots.
GoBots. Wow. I didn't even think of that.
But was that a show or was that just the toys?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
I
There was a
remember.
cartoon and toys. I had a few GoBots. They were kind of whack.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that they were like dollar store version of Transformers.
Yeah. You're always like, oh, look, it's not a Transformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they were kind of, it was like even back then being a kid, it was like, this, I mean, I guess it's cool to watch when Transformers isn't on,
Yeah, exactly.
but it still kind of stinks. My favorite was always fucking Soundwave.
Yeah.
He was the boombox with the fucking tapes. And the
Yeah.
tapes came out and were animals. He had one that turned into a dog, one that turned into a fucking pterodactyl.
I always liked Optimus Prime. Like
Of
the
course.
typical, yeah.
Yeah, he was the fucking man.
Yeah.
But I just like Soundwave because he was a fucking boombox. I thought
That
that was
makes
pretty
sense.
cool. What about G.I. Joe?
Oh yeah. Oh, learning's half the battle.
That's right.
I remember that.
Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Joe.
Dude, I love that cartoon so much. I used to make my mom, because it used to come on early in the morning.
I don't remember.
I used to make my mom wake me up early for school
Yes, I
so
remember
I could
watching it
watch
before
G.I.
school.
Joe.
Yeah, yeah, I remember watching it then.
And that's back when Sergeant Slaughter like hosted it.
Yeah, that's right.
And he would come on and fucking blow the whistle. All right, you maggots. Today we're taking on Cobra and fucking, this area of the world and blah, blah, blah. And he'd get you all pumped up and fucking be sitting there eating cereal, watching G.I. Joe, bugging out.
Man, I just want to do that again.
Right?
I,
Right? That was your only worries back then was getting up early to watch G.I. Joe and have cereal.
I never even really liked cereal growing up.
No?
I was the weird kid that didn't like cereal because I didn't like
Oh my
milk.
God.
I would like Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Frosted Flakes, but
Right.
I would like chocolate milk or something. I hated milk.
I could see that. It's especially now looking back, it's like, wow, all that milk that I fucking ingested when I was eating cereal. It's kind of weird.
But that's milk is good for you. Like that's what you give like 1 year olds. They drink milk,
Hmm.
so because it's got everything in it. Protein, fat, carbs, it's everything.
It gives me the shits.
So maybe you're lactose intolerant.
When I was a baby, my mother had to give me soy milk
Oh, okay.
because the regular milk just gave me the shits all the time.
So maybe you are lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I can tolerate a little bit of it, but it's like small doses.
So no ice cream.
I can do a little bit.
Otherwise, like
Oh yeah, them fucking them silent fucking poof farts.
the hot parts.
It's just the whole inside of your pants is fucking hot now. You're just waiting that fucking 4 seconds for it to waft up and go, oh
Yeah,
yeah, I mostly fuck with almond milk.
I do that too because there's less carb. Like there's less nutrient. It's just got less in it.
Right.
Sugar free or no added, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no added bullshit to it.
Unsweetened almond milk. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But man, I could go for some cinnamon toast crunch now. Oh.
Fuck yeah. A box of tricks and some almond milk and Ren and Stimpy, I'm in. Now, what about just TV overall? What about TV crushes that you've had?
When I was young, I mean, Clarissa explains it all.
Yeah. Yeah, Melissa
Kelly
Joan Hart.
Kapowski.
Of course, Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Uh, and Christina Applegate and the Married with Children.
I liked her, still do. I liked Peg Bundy more.
Yeah, but if you look back at the old episodes, like the first couple of seasons, she was weird. I don't know. Something she got better when as a like later seasons.
She aged well,
Yeah.
but I definitely, from the beginning, I was all in on Peg.
Which is it is weird that I say like Clarissa and Christina Applegate because I'm not really into blondes.
Yeah, you don't like blondes. That's true. That's weird.
Yeah. I mean
But
like
those chicks were undeniable, though.
in the 90s there was like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, yeah.
But that was, well, I guess I was still young then.
Yeah, we were still young dudes when she was big. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure. What
I
about you?
really liked Nancy McKean, who played Joe on The Facts of Life.
I didn't watch The Facts of Life.
Oh, no.
No.
The other one, the blonde one on there, I forget her name. She was fucking hot too. But yeah, I had a thing for Joe. I had a thing for the back then, had a thing for the chick that played Darlene on Roseanne.
Oh, okay. She still kind of looks the same.
She kind of does. Not into her as much as I was. I don't know. I think because she was like back then, she was like sort of a weird, dark, alternative goth chick,
Yeah.
sort of.
She was the goth, like TV goth girl. Yeah.
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 But then I never liked the first Becky.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She was like a bitch, and I hated her personality. But the second Becky,
Yeah.
who wound up being on Scrubs,
Yeah. She wasn't there that
I
long.
like that chick.
It's always weird the shows that they replaced somebody, but they didn't change the character. It was still the same character, but it was a different person.
Right.
It was weird.
Yeah, there was some kind of weird contract negotiation that the original Becky like backed out, and They were just like, okay, cool. Well, we'll say that you went to college, and next season we'll say that Becky came back and she's going to be this hotter fucking Becky.
Well, when they brought the show back, they brought back the original Becky.
Both of them, yeah.
Well, yeah, but the second Becky had like a cameo for an episode or something. But
I thought she was in a couple. I thought she was like a recurring.
she might have been in a couple, but she wasn't Becky. She was a different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. She was like a different character. I remember
I
that.
think they made little jokes to like you look familiar kind of things. But
Right.
yeah, I didn't really. I watched a couple and then I was like, eh. They killed off Roseanne, and I'm like, well, this isn't really Roseanne anymore.
I stopped watching it when they got rid of Roseanne.
I watched a couple episodes after that, and it was fine, but I find myself watching less and less sitcoms now. I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
And fucking, we talked about Step by Step
Yeah,
with Suzanne Summit. I was into her from that fucking series, man.
really.
Oh, I've always liked MILFs.
What about remember the George Lopez show? The mom on that, I remember having a little crush on.
I'm gonna have to go look that up now because I don't really remember it.
Hmm. That would have been that was the 90s.
Yeah, that's definitely mid to late '90s.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just don't really remember. I didn't watch that a lot.
They did a lot of reruns, like no, they were in reruns for a long time. And I remember Home Improvement, but I'm not just there was no it's just a show. I wasn't like there was nothing to it for what we were talking about, but do you
Oh
remember that?
no, Home Improvement was great. The mom from Home Improvement was hot.
I don't remember that, but I remember liking the show, but I don't remember
Yeah.
it being
And
oh
Pam
the
Anderson
yeah
was
Pam
one of the chicks on that show.
yeah, and then the other one, those two girls, Pam Anderson and then Heidi. I don't know what her real name is.
Heidi, yes. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's prime Pam Anderson there too. Oh my God. I loved Pam Anderson back in the day. Pam Anderson, Anna Nicole Smith, Jenny McCarthy was like my big three.
Oh, that was that show Shane McCarthy was on. That Love Lines? No,
Singled out.
Singled Out. That was it. Yeah, yeah,
And then Carmen Electra took over for her, who I also
yeah.
loved
Of course.
and still do. Absolutely. Those are great TV crushes. I kind of liked um that chick Kennedy that was on MTV.
I don't remember her.
She's one of the VJs. She had like real curly hair and glasses. No?
I don't remember.
She used to host 120 Minutes, which you probably didn't watch because that was like an alternative show.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Trying to think of.
There was no shows that I watched because I thought somebody was hot. Just
No?
not just because of that. No.
I probably had one or two.
I mean, most of the girls on Saved by the Bell were attractive.
Yeah, the chick that wound up being in Striptease.
Oh yeah, Jesse Spano. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, whatever her real name is.
Elizabeth Berkley, I think is her real
Yeah,
name.
yeah. And
Showgirls. That's it. Show, not Striptease.
then
Striptease was the movie where Demi Moore played a stripper.
yes.
That was a fantastic piece of cinema.
Even Lisa Turtle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, definitely. Yeah, all those chicks were
Was
hot.
it just the three of them, or was there more? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
No, it was three girls and three guys
Okay, yeah.
that the show was centered around. They would have somebody else that would pop in for an episode or whatever, but
The girl that was on King of Queens was on. She worked in like the country club with Zach Morris. for a couple, at least one season. Might
Oh,
like
Leah Remini.
yeah,
Oh, I like her too.
she it was a young Leah, she was young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to do some research this evening.
And then there was the college years, but I don't remember those girls.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that.
I watched it, but I don't remember them. It was still like AC Slater, Zach, and Screech, but the girls were different.
Oh, they got rid of all the girls?
I think they might have had cameos, but I don't think any of them were the main characters.
That's probably why it didn't do so good.
No, it was like 4 seasons, I think.
Really?
I think so.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Those seasons back then didn't seem to be the same as they are now.
Yeah, true. Well, also too, now you get a season of something and it all comes out all at once.
And now a season's like 13 episodes,
Right.
whereas back then it was like 20 something episodes for a season.
Well, yeah, because a lot of shows like Roseanne were on Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
or Monday through Thursday or whatever.
Well, they were on once a week, but they were on for like they were on from like fall to spring. And then
Yeah, like all year.
they have like a mid break. Like,
Right.
yeah. So, yeah. Now it's 6 episodes, a month off, and then another six, and they're done. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And they fucking make you wait a month in the middle of it.
Yeah. Jerks. Well,
Are you into Stranger Things?
I've watched Stranger Things, yeah.
You saw like all the seasons?
Yeah.
When the fuck is that going to finally come back?
I think next year. And
Jesus
then, you
Christ.
know what? Did you watch The Last of Us?
No.
So they did 2 seasons, and it's based off the video game. No, they did one. Was it one season? It might have been one season. And it was like last year. The next season's coming out in like 2026.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck?
Well, the last season of Stranger Things has got to be what, 2021, 2022?
I watched it while I was in my new house, so yeah, it could have been 2022.
Yeah, that's a fucking while.
Yeah.
They're going to be in nursing homes now. How are we supposed to believe that they're fucking kids?
I mean, there was a while between the first couple of seasons and the last one too.
Yeah, and they blame that on COVID, which I understand.
And then there was a strike.
Right. Then there was that, yeah, that whole fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But goddamn, they've been taking forever to make the fucking last season of the show.
Well,
I hope it's fucking
all
halfway
those
decent.
kids were like in other things.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the kids in other shit.
One of them was in It, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. But that was a while ago.
Yeah, that's not exactly new.
No. Well, tell us about yeah, that. Oh, your crushes and childhood crushes on TV.
Cartoons you like,
Yeah. Yeah.
shows you miss.
Doesn't have to be 80s and 90s. However old you are, it doesn't matter.
It's got to be 80s and 90s.
That was just, our thing. So,
Fuck yeah.
fuck yeah. See you later. Comment,
Leave comments, you jerks.
comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Peace out.